So chat, let's talk about this. This character called Raiden Shogun, one of the hardest characters to build in the game, and she's top 4% on my account now. She was top 24%. All right, chat. So if this does not make her seem good to me, the amount of people who complain about my build are going to seriously have some questions to answer, because after, hundreds of comments, it feels like, complaining about my build, some people directly saying that's the reason why I'm unimpressed with her, because my build is bad, let's go ahead. Let's show it off, right? I don't have Chevy C6, so my Shilonen is technically the best option here. So let's go ahead. Isco with you. All right. We're going to heal because Raiden is low health. So let's go ahead, do this, and let's go ahead. Show me 520,000. Oh my God. Oh my God. She did 520,000. Oh no. No, chat. It's because the thing is, that's 520,000 at C3R1. This character is not like, there's nothing else there, right? She could do more, right? We can use the Chevy team. She'll get, more buffs than, my C2 Shilonen is even giving her. This is what I was expecting. 40,000 damage on my, initial Q skill hit. This is where we were all complaining about a certain, oh no, the build is bad. The build is bad. No, it wasn't the build. It was your dumb character who's aged out. Stop simping, please. This is not, like, there's no way that people can keep simping for this character. I don't get it. It is simpage at this point. Like, there's no other word for it, because they just don't. Every single possible avenue you can take to make this character, like, it's literally like Hu Tao mains. It's the exact same thing. They will be like, well, Hu Tao can theoretically hit 3 enemies, so her DPS is a lot higher than, most people would say. But that never happens. Nobody hits 3 enemies with Hu Tao. At best, you could get 2 enemies, right? 2 enemies, it's not uncommon, but it's not common, right? It's very much so not common. Do I think that Raiden is still bad? Yeah, because I'm using C3R1, and she feels like a C0 Natlan character. So yeah, I'm gonna say that she's bad, because we're talking, like, I have, 3 levels on my Q skill, right? And then I also have, 60% ignore defense. Yeah, also, let's talk about this. People don't realize that, we have resolve bonus here, and they, like, for some reason, like, some people who really are like, sub DPS heads with Raiden are just like, well, if you look at her multipliers, you'll understand that, you're not supposed to actually use her on field, and that makes her so much better, because, well, if you don't use her on field, she does electro application, which is like only one of the 500 other characters that can do that, and because all you have to do is do electro. That's it. All you have to do is electro. It's it. All you have to do, electro off field, you do like half of Raiden's kit. More than half, actually. So like they don't realize this resolve bonus, by the way. They don't. So yeah, because like if you looked at this resolve bonus and you realized, like, I just realized I've been getting Discord notifications this entire video. Well, you guys are gonna have fun dealing with that when you are listening to this video. But yeah, okay. So like, you don't go ahead and do a nerdy like, I know more than you. No, you don't, because clearly you didn't realize the resolve bonus is a huge buff to her actual damage. Like, you look at these multipliers and you're like, oh, they're low. Well, guess what? I guarantee Mavwika's is gonna look low too. Like it like, or I guess Mavwika. Well, no, Mavwika is on her E skill. Look at these. Yeah, 100. 100. Her Flame Strider charge attack does have, 200, but, if we go ahead and we look at, Raiden, I mean, Raiden isn't exactly, 150, this is, sure, she's lower than other characters nowadays, right? Mavwika, she's lower than Mavwika. Who else could we say? Like Risley. Let's look at him. He does have 3 levels here, but I mean, he has 3 levels here, and he's only like 30 above her on a lot of these. Sure, he's considered one of the worser characters, but like, you just like, he is a meant to be on field character, and like, so is Raiden. So yeah, it's been interesting fighting with the Raiden mains, honestly. This is like an arc at this point on the channel. I feel like it's been interesting, and I think I've won. With this video, I've finally won. I've just put a nail in their head and just, told them to go to sleep. I think this is it, because there's nothing else they can say. There is nothing. I have the build for it now. Raiden just sucks at this point. She is. What do you want? Am I going to use her as a driver when I ever at C3? Like, maybe at C0, but at what point? Like, we're talking, this is less damage. I can't get over the fact that people are defending less than what I'm seeing. I mean, sure, I have C3, right? So I'm going to be like, well, that's 3 constellations and you're only doing that much damage, right? So, sure, I feel that way about it. But, you know, like, but when it comes to, like, Raiden, man, she doesn't do enough, man. That's not enough damage. 525,000. Oh no. Like, yeah, but here's the full build. I can also quickly pull up Akasha, I guess, you know, because I've probably flashed it up on screen multiple times, but I'll actually just pull it up while I'm recording. So yeah, here's Akasha here. You know, it's top 4%. You can see it's, you know, I don't know what to say. This is Raiden at this point. 286 you know, energy recharge. There is a chance that I could use, like, I have a piece. Hold on. So I have this piece. I could maybe, I don't know if it would work, but if I go ahead and I quickly go to Emblem of Severed Fate and I look at my artifacts real quick, I'll look at my artifacts, I'll sort by attack percent. I do have this. This is a possible usage for my Raiden. Like, I could use this maybe because my energy recharge is incredibly high, right? And that's no thanks to this, so I would be able to, or I guess it is kind of thanks to this because it's 51. But in terms of substats, I wouldn't lose anything. So it'll be an interesting thing, but I think overall it's probably going to be better to just, you know, keep this as my, you know, artifact. Seems to be the best situation here. And yeah, no, I've won. You know, I have the, you know, top 4% build. And there's, listen, Raiden mates, if I see one thing talking about the build, like the build, and saying it's not good enough, seek help. Seek. The thing is, I don't doubt that they'll do it. I don't, because they're not mentally well, right? These people who, you know, talk about Raiden and like are really like passionate about her being like one of the, you know, good characters of the game still, because they're I do want to try the Chevy team real quick because I haven't, you know, properly done that. So let's go ahead. Yeah, she's not on a set because she doesn't have a set. Noblesse would be her set, but Bennett's using Noblesse. Also, another thing with this team is that I would have to constantly trigger overload reaction, which this team would not do because we don't have off-field like Pyro or Electro. Or I guess we have off-field Electro and we'll be on-field with Raiden, but we don't have off-field Pyro. So you'd probably want maybe even Shangling in front of instead of Bennett. But for showcase purposes, we're gonna go ahead with this and we're gonna see this. So let's see. I'm interested because you know, this was like what I don't, oh yeah, I do love the you know, the ability also to still lose so much of my damage due to a crit loss. And it's not like a, oh man, I failed the 5%. No, it's a I failed a 25% because that's how bad it is to build Raiden. Raiden, like, listen, I would never, like, if it was up to me and you gave me the option of, would you like, you know, 25% crit rate or 50% crit damage, I would take the 25% crit rate. I would. I do not ever want to use another character that has low crit rate, and 76% feels low to me. Because as you just saw, she went from, oh, we're going to do like 400,000 damage right here, to we did 175,000 damage, which makes her even worse. You know, Mavuika here, you know, it's a 5% chance to not do 1.5 million or 1.6 million, whatever it is. I don't even remember. But it's a more than Raiden. A lot more. And I could even make it more if I went ahead and, you know, got her C3, right? If I did C3 R1, you know, Mavuika, C3 R1 Raiden, and I compared them, I feel like I might kill the Raiden mains due to the fact that they couldn't cope hard enough. Like, they would just huff so much, and it's like, I don't know if they're ready. Like, they will just overdose, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, I don't think I could safely upload that video without getting at least one lawsuit. So, like, this team would do more damage than what the Shieldon team did, because this team would have access to 60% damage bonus, 40% crit damage, or 40% attack, and then also, what is it, 40% right shred, yes. They would have access to all of those, whereas right now, all it has is 40% attack and 40% right shred, and that's it. That's all this is. So, let's go ahead ahead and let's get into, you know, showing off the Chevy team real quick. And yeah, that might be the end here. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you did enjoy the video. And I just missed that. Are you Shogun? I hate the overload teams for that reason, right? Yeah, all right, let's see. Come on, just show me. 512. Honestly, a higher number than I would have thought. I did not think that we would have gotten that high of a number because honestly, like we're not like maybe it's because do we have to hit the enemy? It might be because we like didn't hit the enemy or something. I don't know. Let's go ahead and try that again. I do want to see because I did miss the capybara. Blatantly, I missed the capybara. Like there was no question about it. I just missed that, man. So let's go ahead. Q skill here. Let's E skill there. Boom. All right. And okay. Well, and crit. 512. Okay, so it didn't matter that we missed. Okay, sure. I'll take it. Okay, yep. So, I mean, I can't say that I'm not like, listen, I'm talking about C3 or C0 Raiden whenever I call her bad. I don't think C's like 3 Raiden is bad. I think she's still effective. But, you know, when it comes to, you know, like, is she gonna be, you know, good in C0? I'm not gonna, I don't think I can say yeah. I don't think I can. Because this character, like, is effective at C3R1. Still, you know, on the level of basically any newer C0 5-stars. Like, listen, I would get, like, 5 missed coffees before I considered getting Raiden. Like, legitimately. I'd rather have, like, 5 of this character than Raiden. But that is the nature of the beast when we come to gacha games. That is how this works, chat. Listen, I play Dokkan, and I've also started playing Legends a little bit. You know, I know that power creep happens. It's just some of you need to know that. Because I know that, but you still want to live in denial. And it's just not healthy. So please seek help. And I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.